So I've had a lot of good things to say about the Mayflower ARC in the past. It really does hold a special place in my heart because it's the first product I ever used that really helped me understand just how amazing audio can be. But it wasn't perfect. It did have a couple of opportunities. But now Mayflower is back with the long-awaited ARC Mark II that hopes to address some of that. We're gonna see if it does. You ready? Let's go! Yo, I'm Brian P. You're watching BadSeed Tech, and today we're checking out the ARC Mark II gaming DAC amp from Mayflower Electronics. Retailing for $269.99, the ARC Mark II is a DAC and headphone amp with a microphone in, packed in one very small footprint, the same size as the original ARC or an O2 amp or ODAC unit. All the magic happens in this little guy right here. You guys know I don't like to bury the good stuff at the end of the video, so I guess the main question people will have here is, does this unit sound better than the Mark I? And the answer is no. It sounds largely identical. The improvements here are related directly to the quality and the sound of the mic in and the feature set, and one of those features is a game changer. If you're new to this party, some quick specs here. It's a 24-bit 96 max frequency response of 20 Hz to 20 kHz. It has 1 watt of power at 32 ohm, 365 milliwatts at 150 ohm, and 92 milliwatts at 600 ohm. So it's gonna drive just about everything you can throw at it, and it's got a low gain mode as well, so you can use it with sensitive IEMs. This unit, like the original ARC, is completely driverless, so it works with Windows, Mac, Linux, and PS4, but it also has an optical in for sources like your Xbox, so you'll get audio there, but no chat support. The Mark II adds a much requested 3.5mm aux in, so you can now use it to amp any source that can output over a 3.5mm jack. The only caveat to the optical and aux inputs is that you'll still need to power the unit. This is one area where the ARC II really differs from the first version. It doesn't include an AC adapter. And the main reason is because if you're running over USB, you don't need one. This unit has the same output power and the same audio fidelity as the Mark I, but it does it over bus power. This feature, combined with the small footprint, makes this a really portable solution for your laptop and eases the idea of cable management on your desktop as well. So using that optical or aux in means you'll need to have USB powering the unit, or you'll have to purchase an additional AC adapter, which you can do by contacting Mayflower. So let's talk about the improvements to the mic in. What you're hearing right here is a Mod Mic 5 set in Omni mode going directly into the input of the original ARC Mark I. And if this unit has any one major drawback, this is it for sure. The Mark II, on the other hand, increases the power available to the mic end to get more gain and clarity out of mics exactly like this. As you can hear, the mic quality has seen a big improvement, a lot more natural bass in my voice, a lot better noise floor overall. So this will work with a mod mic as well as any gaming headset you have that has a splitter to break out the mic and the headphone. This is also a great solution if you've got a laptop that only has a single combo jack and you'd like to take advantage of your headphone and a mod mic. At this point, the only real drawback for me in terms of mic performance is that there's no side tone on offer here, or the ability to hear your microphone back in your own headphones. In fairness, a very small amount of audio products actually offer this, and there's a big reason why the ARC doesn't. To do so would require a driver, and the ARC is designed specifically to be driverless. Windows doesn't really do a bang-up job of handling audio devices to begin with, so being driverless makes sure that no matter how hard Windows tries to mess up one of your devices with an update, the ARC remains unaffected. The other notable improvement, in addition to the mic in, the aux input, and the deletion of the AC adapter, is the ability to switch between the RCA lineouts on the rear and the headphone jack without inserting or removing a headphone plug. It used to be auto switching, but some people didn't like the idea of having to plug and re-plug their headphone jack over and over to switch sources, so now you just have a dedicated switch. An important note here, because some people were confused about the function of these RCA outputs. This is a line out signal, which means you'll use this to send a signal to a powered speaker system or mixer board. The actual volume control for the speaker system will not be controlled by the knob on the ARC, but rather whatever speaker system or mixer you're using. To say it another way, these are not powered outputs. They're not going to drive a speaker system by themselves, and the knob on the ARC is not going to control the volume. In terms of how it sounds, I've always been a fan of the audio presented by the ARC. It does present a little darker to me than, say, the new audio or the shit Magni Modi stack. We do still have the bass DSP here, and while I hardly ever use this for closed back headphones, I've enjoyed this for a while for being able to add some bass punch to open back headphones that have a tendency to be a little bass anemic. In a closed back set, the that's already a little bass heavy, this is going to be overkill on everything that's not music designed specifically for bass. Throw a DT770 on this thing with the DSP engaged and you can vibrate your eyeballs. I'm not joking. The other thing too is that they've smoothed out the transition between the DSP on and off. So instead of just losing signal for a few and then the volume coming right back, you now have this nice, slow, gradual ramp back to full volume. So let's talk value, because $269.99 is not a little bit of money. Functionally, the only opportunity I see on the Mark II is the fact that the actual headphone out is limited to a 3.5mm jack. This means certain phones, like my Fostex TH-X00 Ebonies for instance, don't work without an adapter, and there's not one included. For $270, you've got options. A Shit Magni Modi stack, the JDS OL Atom stack. You could even do a GSX 1000 and a JDS Atom, which is a beast of a gaming setup. And probably the most compelling in terms of value, you could do a Shit Hell, which runs $189. You'll be seeing a full review of that very soon. Even the Sound Blaster G6 at $130 may cover your needs. And I wanted to go deep into that value comparison on this video. I really did. You guys know me. I really did. But once I started typing that, this whole thing grew to like this freakishly long like review on one side and complete overview of the entire gaming DAC and DAC amp stack market on the other end of this thing. So this overview is going to be a second video, but I swear on my mother, I'm not going to make you wait long for it, and I promise it's going to be worth it. It's almost done. As for the Arc Mark II, I'm just going to say this. If you need a mic input on your device, it narrows your choices considerably. If you need specific inputs like USB, optical, and a 3.5mm input, it narrows them even further. And if you need it to be portable as well, with this kind of power handling, I can only think of one unit. This one. I really like what Mayflower has done to the Arc here. All the improvements are a step in the right direction. If you've got the budget and the functionality fits your needs, it's an easy recommend. Links for everything we talked about today down in the description. I know these are in stock right now at MayflowerElectronics.com, and there's stock on the way to Amazon if it's not there already by the time you see this video. And like all of Mayflower's stuff, all of this is designed, manufactured, built here in the US, and it does have a 10-year warranty. As always, any questions, hit me in the comments or drop by the Discord. And that's it for this time. I'm Brian P. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button, hit that sub button, and until next time, stay up.